Good evening. I wanted to go over this week's developments in the Dylan Rounds case and in the uh, uh, Lori Vallow Daybell, Chad Daybell murder up in Idaho. And so let's get started. Jim Brenner appeared on the state weapons charges this week. There was no mention of the assault charges. In Marcus Ortiz's interview Monday with the Box Elder County Sheriff Deputy Palmer, he described the Dylan's case as a homicide and that he didn't act alone. So um, the people most likely to be the other actors in the case, probably as accessories after the fact, would be Chase Venstra and Robert Aviles. I would say Robert Aviles is probably the uh, least involved because they allowed him to be extradited back to Nevada. Now, Chase Venstra had a second hearing on his extradition um, from Montana today, and um, they said that the federal hold takes precedence over state charges, so no extradition would take place until after the federal charges are resolved. And so they will be having a third hearing on the matter on December 5th. Um, Chase Venstra's attorney indicated that they're seeking a mental health evaluation, but I wasn't sure if they were referring specifically. Well, I guess that would be in relation to the federal charges. And he also said that plea negotiations are taking place on the federal charges, which is rather interesting. Uh, so we shall see what happens next with that. There is no pending hearing date or yet for Chase Venstra, according to the defense attorney. So now we go to Chad Daybell asked for a postponement until October of 2023 on the grounds that his attorney won't be able to have sufficient time to prepare for a death penalty case by January and the penalty phase. So he has requested the postpone it. He wants the case severed. He says Lori and Alec did it and had nothing to do with him, and he has requested that cameras uh, be allowed in the courtroom at trial. Now, Lori Vallow Daybell did not waive her right to a speedy trial, and the case was at risk of being overturned because of the delay between September and January so that the two trials could be uh, joined. But she's now requested that the case be paused so that her mental competency to stand trial can again be evaluated, and the motion has been granted. So she's probably going to be off to the state mental hospital in Blackfoot, Idaho, for further evaluation and possibly more treatment. Uh, Apparently, she does not uh, want to take her medicine, so could explain some of the beauty queen attitude, the in court, and the royal looking like she's the queen in the back of the car when she's being transported to and from the hearing. Um, some of the some of the language in the motion leads me to believe that while Idaho is one of only 4 states without the insanity defense, they intend to use it as a mitigating factor. If they go this route, they would have to be admitting to that she participated in the conspiracy to commit the murders, the cover-up, and the fraud, and using this strategy would be likely to help sway the jury to uh, avoid from giving her the death penalty because a person who is legally insane cannot be executed. And so it's kind of a strategic move. Um, Chad, of course, does not want the trials to be joined because his strongest chance is to have the cases severed and point the fingers at Lori and Alex. So he definitely does not want joined. I suspect that Chad may possibly have the hearing postponed to October, but it may be postponed even further now that Lori has waived the right to a speedy trial. Or, uh, well, do they count pausing as waiving? I guess that's something we need to find out. Anyway, she appears to be completely besotted with Chad still and wants the trials to be joined so that she can get to see him in court. Whereas Chad, the romance stretching over multiple lifetimes is at an end, and the honeymoon is well and truly over. Um, so we shall see what uh, happens next in these cases, and as soon as I have some developments, I will keep you posted. Thank you very much. Good night.